that I had a trauma. Hello friends, it is Jamie and I'm back today for another video. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Jamie. I have been transitioned for almost a decade now. I am here on YouTube to share my story, my experiences as a transgender woman to hopefully help you guys come along within your own transition. And I am here today to tell you my story about my frustrations with post-op care. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have huge frustrations with my vagina and my post-op care. If you guys aren't familiar, I had sexual reassignment surgery about 3.5 years ago, and I have since 2 revision surgeries. I feel like my frustrations come with me not having any knowledge. You see, I had this misconception and this misbelief that when I had my surgery, that I would be completely fine after a year. I thought I could live my life normally and I would have to dilate 1 time a week with no issues, no problems at all. But really that wasn't the case at all. And I ended up dilating every single day. And I dilated every single day for almost 2 years, and it seemed like nothing was ever getting better. It felt like if I skipped a day, things were just as tight and I was gonna be frustrated, I was gonna be in pain, and I was hurting, and I just was so irritated by the fact that I wasn't nearly close to where I thought I would be. Anytime I would reach out to my surgeon or have a conversation, they'd say, well, you know, just everyone's different and everyone has their own healing patterns. Just stick with dilating and you're going to be fine. Well, I never was fine. I never got to the point where I felt like I was happy with the results of my vagina. You know, internal intercourse was extremely painful. I still had some bleeding. I was always frustrated. You know, I had some external stuff that was fine for when I had sex, but like beyond that, it was still very frustrating. I was always nervous. I was always in pain, and I just wasn't happy with the situation of where I was. So I was seeing my trans care doctor, and for the first time, I finally gained confidence to explain, I'm frustrated. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I reach out and I'm doing everything that I've been told that's in my post-op care packet. I reached out to my surgeons and I just don't know what's wrong. Their answer is surgery, but is surgery really going to help? So she recommended to me to go see a physical therapist. And I thought this was interesting, but I gave it a shot. And when I went to my physical therapist, it was a physical therapist who specialized in working with post-op trans women and working on their pelvic floor muscles. And so when we got together and started working, it was a lot of work and it was very awkward. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was a lot of her sticking her finger inside of me, working out muscles. And a lot of it was learning. And a lot of it was sitting there and relearning what my vagina is like. And what I learned throughout the process and the different stretches and everything is that I had a trauma. My surgery was a huge trauma for me. My revision surgeries, I think, were even bigger traumas for me. And what happens when my body undergoes a trauma, or I'm sure other bodies are related, they want to keep it protected. They want to protect my body wanted to protect myself from whatever was hurting me. And what was hurting me was my dilators. So anytime I would stick my dilator in, my entire body would tense up and it would push away, and it'd result in less and less depth. It would result in more pain because my body doesn't want anything going inside of me because it's more painful. And my body was trying to protect me. But my mind was the opposite. My mind was completely disconnected from my body because my mind was thinking, I need to dilate, I need to get this done so I can have a successful surgery story where I can be normal. Well, it turns out that working with my PT, I started to gain awareness of this. And I'm still working on it today, but what I've learned is that my vagina is a completely new part of my body. And as much as I wish I could say it, and I love being the best, I love controlling every situation, I couldn't control my vagina. And not only that, I didn't even have the awareness that I didn't have control of it. I didn't know how to use it, and I still am learning along this process. So with my PT, we worked with each other, and we went on a learning process. I learned that I hold a lot of my tension, a lot of my stress from my external life in my pelvic floor region. It is always constantly stressed, and I have to continually do mindful moments where I just completely sit there and I relax and let it relax. As I continue to work with my trans physical therapist, what I noticed was the techniques we worked on, the mindfulness techniques, the getting comfortable, getting to know who my vagina is, what my vagina likes, what it doesn't like. I started to understand it and communicate it and talk to it more as a friend, so to say. And our friendship grew, and I was able to, with my vagina, start to loosen up and dilate more often with less pain, and take more time and really take some intimate moments with it. And as a result, I have now started to move into a space where I'm still in pain, but I expect the pain, but I know how to relax. I know that my vagina takes time. I take moments before I just grab my dilator and just start jamming and going. Now it's a mindful process. I sit down, I relax, I take my fingers and I stretch it out slowly, and then I insert the first dilator and move it in slowly, move it around, do some breathing exercise, and just let my body come to full relaxation. And as I continue to do that full relaxation and movement, I can get bigger and bigger and bigger. And granted, it's not the 20 minutes as my surgeon promised of just getting in and out and then being good. No, it's more of 40 minutes, 50 minutes of sitting there completely relaxed and just taking moments that match me in my pace. So as I've continued to do this, I have found a lot of success within my transition and within my post-op care. And this led me to think, I can't be the only one. And I've been a part of a couple Facebook groups and so forth, and I'm finding this everywhere, that there is this struggle with post-op care. It's this surgery and then send you on your way, and on to the next person, surgery, send you on your way. And there's no real help for post-op trans women and the post-op care and the struggles that we have, besides seeking out our surgeons. And it seems like our surgeons are just focused on getting the next surgery done. And so what needs to be done, and I would love to hear from the other people who have had surgery, is having that post-op care after surgery to become reacquainted or acquainted with your new body part, how to control it, how to be one with it. And to be honest, it is a trauma-filled thing. It's a mind thing, it's a body thing, and just being able to come in and be full with you and your whole body. My SRS surgery has brought complete happiness and oneness within me. I never knew how much dysphoria my male genitals brought me until after I had surgery. It was truly a godsend. But that being said, it still has created a lot of frustrations and pain, and it's still not where I want it to be. But that being said, because of my physical therapist, because of my trans care doctor, and being able to work with other people and seek help, I've been able to become reacquainted with my vagina and what it needs and what are the care processes that need to become, and I think that's really important for a lot of people. And I really do, to have that quality post-op care to help you and help me flourish in that idea of what I thought it would be. It's not quite the same, but I can still be happy. So, yeah, that's kind of my story today about my frustrations with my post-op care and how I think there needs to be pivotal change within the trans community and post-op sexual reassignment care. You get SRS. If you get any other surgery, there's always physical therapy and after surgery follow-up care and routine care, but there's not that for actual trans care. So I think that is something that really needs to be focused on within our trans community, just to help people, because we're in pain. I'm in pain, and I know others are too. So yeah, that is my video. So if you guys found this video helpful and you can resonate with this video, or I resonated with any of my other videos, I invite you to go to my website, because you see my call to action is to serve the trans community, from the new trans person who is just coming out to the trans veteran. And I am here to help serve you and create your definition of your successful transition. So please go check out my website. If you would like, you can schedule a free 30-minute strategy session with me, and you and I can work one-on-one to figure out how to cater to your own individual needs within your transition. So other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I look so forward to seeing you all next time. Bye.